Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing good. In this video, we are going to see how to perform Newton's ring experiment in virtual laboratory. So, in theory, we know a monochromatic source of light, when is allowed to fall on a plano-convex lens, it splits into partly reflected and partly refracted ray. These two rays, when they interfere, they produce a bright spot or a dark spot, and the locus of all these points results into rings. These alternate bright and dark rings, they are called as Newton's rings. So in physical setup, we use traveling microscope to find the diameters of the rings, and when we put these values of diameters into the formula, we get wavelength of monochromatic source. So let us see how to do this experiment in virtual environment. So for doing this experiment, what we need to do is, let us visit the website. The address is vlabs.iitb.ac.in. When we visit this site, we need to click here, that is VLabs Dev. This opens a new page. Here we need to click Explore Labs. Then we will go to Approved Labs, and in Approved Labs we get a list of experiments. So when we click on Engineering Physics, it takes us to this page, and we need to go to Newton's ring experiment. Now, as we know the address of this virtual laboratory, the theory, pre-test, procedure, post-test and references, these can be explored later. So directly let us go to the simulation part. We know the aim of the experiment is to determine wavelength of light and refractive index using Newton's ring experiment. So when we visit the simulator, it wishes to get a few things recalled by the student. So we need to answer this question. So which one of them is a plano-convex lens, and this is about the Newton's ring pattern. We know it is a concentric rings there are, and they get thinner as they go away from the center, and the rings get closer, and the source must be coherent and monochromatic. So when we submit these answers, if our all answers are correct, then it will take us to the simulator, or otherwise it will tell us कि you have answered this question wrong. So let us go to the actual experiment setup. So here we need to select any one of the medium. So in a normal setup, we cannot do, or we generally do not do this experiment with some other medium, but here, because it is a virtual experiment, we have the facility to perform the experiment with air as a medium between plano-convex lens and plain glass plate, or we need to have water as the medium present between the region of the curved surface and the plane surface of plano-convex lens and plain glass plate. So let us do it for the air. So it takes us to this new page. So when we click on this show apparatus button, it shows the apparatus. This is the monochromatic source. Then we have a convex lens. Then we have a glass plate which is kept at 45 degrees. This is the plano-convex lens, and this is the plain circular glass plate we have, and this is the traveling microscope we are going to use to observe the rings and to position the vertical crosswire at the tangential positions of the rings and to note down the readings. So let us see here that the field of view is given. In this field of view, we do not see any rings, and when we switch on the light, then we see the rings are there. So what we can do, the microscope control, we can have a practice of this. So when we are moving this traveling microscope to the left, the rings are moving, and when we are moving it to the right, the rings are moving. So with this practice, we can go to actual experiment. So when we click on the next button, it asks us what is the least count of traveling microscope. So the least count of traveling microscope is 0.001 in centimeters it was asked, so we submitted and it is correct answer. So now we can go to perform the experiment. Now here what we need to do is we need to click on show traveling microscope button. Then we click on it, it shows us the traveling microscope and rings as seen in the field of view can be seen. Now what we can do is we can move this crosswire to the left side, because we need to put the vertical crosswire in the tangential position. We can move it right, and other thing we can do is only 2 rings are visible now. So if we wish to see more rings, we need to take the traveling microscope up, and therefore more rings will be seen. And if we are having seen many rings, we can take it to the down, as it happens in a normal lab setup. These controls are there. We can do it in fine left, so the crosswire move slowly in a fine way. It can move fine right, fine up you can move, fine down you can move. And with these variations, what we need to do is to have enough number of rings seen in the field of view and to take the vertical crosswire at the tangential position. So let us try to take readings. Suppose this is the first bright ring, I wish to take the reading, so I put it on the tangential position, and then you see there is a button here that is add to table. So the main scale reading is shown as 9.90 centimeters and vernier scale reading is 44. We recall here that the vernier scale has 50 divisions. So let us add this reading into the observation table, that MSR is 9.9 and VSR is 44. So let us go to the second ring, second bright ring, and when we put it here, then we again click on the add table. So another reading is added into the observation table. We still further take it to the next ring, that is the third bright ring we are taking, and we click on add table, so it goes to the observation table. I will take one more reading. So this is the fourth bright ring we are taking, and the readings are added into the observation table. Now similarly we need to go for the other side of the rings. So if we click on this button here, that is reset position, it takes us to the original position. And now we move to the right side, and vertical crosswire is placed at the tangential position, and as it is the correct position, we add the readings. So we further go to the second ring, and at the tangential position we click on add table, then the another reading is added. Then we go to the third ring and we click on add table, the reading is filled in the table. We go to the fourth ring and we add it to the table. So we have done it for 4 rings, and when we click on generate graph, so it generates the graph of the rings on x-axis and diameter on the y-axis. So a few concept based questions are asked, and this simulator will throw random questions so at the user, and we will go to the conclusions. So in conclusion, before going to the conclusion, it will still have some questions to be asked to the user. You need to answer these questions correctly. So if you know the theory and you have understood this experiment and performed it correctly, then you will be knowing the correct answers. And once you click on the correct answers, it gives us the conclusion that the standard value of wavelength of sodium light is 5893 into 10 to the power minus 8 centimeters. The experimental value that is being calculated into this experiment is given. The percentage error in the standard value and experimental value is also given, and we know the refractive index of the air is 1. So this is how we can use virtual lab setup for performing the experiment. So this is the Newton's ring experiment performed in virtual laboratory. Thank you.